Here at Davis Autosports, we are very excited to offer you this absolutely gorgeous, extremely rare 2006 Jeep Wrangler TJ with 27,000 original, documented, and certified miles. This is perhaps the lowest mileage TJ on the entire United States market. This is the last year of the TJ, so this is obviously, if you will, the holy grail TJ. Hard top, black, 6-speed, 4-wheel drive, 27,000 miles. Absolutely pristine condition. Cosmetically, exterior, interior, drivability. Here at Davis Autosports, we specialize in custom building and restoring all Jeeps, from JKs to XJs to TJs. If you're unfamiliar with us, pause the video, check out our website, davisautosports.com. These are all vehicles that we are doing performance work on, or we have built, or we're in the process of building. We do a ton of performance vehicles as well, but that back row are all Jeeps of some sort or equal to. As you see our lifts right now, we have 4 Jeeps on the lifts getting built. We have probably 300 plus Cherokees that we sold on the US market that are all built by us here in house. These TJs are in extremely high demand, very hard to come across. Back of 50,000 miles, much less with 27,000 miles. Usually when we build our TJs, we do a little bit higher of a lift, bumpers, winches, all that sort of stuff. But since the mileage was so low on this, we just decided to keep it very classy, very original. Obviously we did some upgrades with the suspension, wheels, tires, but we didn't want to make it a crazy over the top build just because of the miles. I mean, this thing is a true classic right here. So this first portion of the video, I'm just going to do a condition report just so you can see the amazing condition of this thing, and then I'll go into some of the upgrades that we did. But the paint on this thing is drop dead gorgeous. I mean we're shooting this in high definition video under very bright fluorescent lights where you're going to see all sorts of swirl marks, imperfections, and the paint on this thing is just impeccable. It's in phenomenal condition. Please keep in mind though, it is a 06 and it has been driven, so please expect very minor wear and tear. But I mean, down to the hinges, the pillars, it's just an amazing condition. All the decals are absolutely 100% flawless, and there's not one single dent or ding, as you see right here. The door handles are perfect, the key insert is perfect, all the trim all the way around is perfect. Usually this rain gutter right here is all defected and has a lot of wear. The top is absolutely impeccable on this thing. I mean, it will be very hard to find another Jeep like this unless it's our yellow Rubicon with 17,000 miles. And that one, due to it being a Rubicon, we are definitely making that one a little bit more, let's say, a little bit more heavy duty. Front end is just beautiful. If you've been in the market for a clean, beautiful TJ, this is absolutely it. And please keep in mind too, we can do anything you want to this Jeep. We decided to keep it clean, classy, and simple, but if you want something over the top, we'll love to do that for you. But I mean, the paint, I mean, this is just, the finish is so soft. And it has received our full paint correction process as well. Everything's been wet sanded, buff polished, compounded. but usually the hinges on these TJs are just all eaten up. Usually when the doors are taken off, the hardware is chipped up from taking the hinges off. The mirrors always have little cracking, and I mean, look at the trim all the way around the windshield. These hinges always usually have wear on them. I mean, this thing is just, if they kept this body style the same, you would think that this was a 15 with 5, 6, 7,000 miles. I mean, beautiful black tinted window. Once again, rain gutters perfect, keyholes perfect. A lot of times you'll get scratches right below here on both sides from where the key goes in, and people always have keys that dangle, so they unlock it, because these obviously don't have power lock, so you know, you'll get scratches here. But the paint on this thing, I mean, it's just beautiful. I mean, it's as nice as can be. I mean, you're gonna have little tiny stuff. There's, you know, little chip like that, but that can easily be touched up. But that's the extent of the wear on this Jeep. That's how beautiful this Jeep is. Hardtop is absolutely perfect. That's just a So this Jeep, I do want to tell you, came to us 100% bone stock, all original. So we just wanted to keep this Jeep, like I said earlier, nice and classy. So what we did is we put a full 2.5-inch suspension lift. This suspension lift is no different component wise than a 4-inch or a 6-inch, minus it's smaller. It's not a block lift, it's not a coil spacer lift, it is a full-fledged, every component upgraded lift. So up front you have your brand new coil, your brand new shocks, your brand new control arms. We upgraded all the steering components for you guys as well. Brand new heavy duty tie rod bar, much thicker than factory. New tie rod ends on each end. Heavy duty, fully adjustable track bar. Sway bar end links that are fully serviceable. Steering stabilizer, control arms. So even though we did just a 2.5-inch lift, we did it the correct way, and that's what we do here. In the back you have your coils, your shocks. So a lot of 2.5-inch lift people just put coil spacers, which it will get it up there, but we did every single component that you can possibly do. We went with a beautiful factory Rubicon wheel with new Goodyear tires. We just think this wheel fits this Jeep so nice. We didn't want to go aftermarket to make it look like an aftermarket sort of upgraded Jeep. We wanted to stay, you know, traditional with this build. So if you want a different set of wheels, we'll be more than happy to do so. Another thing that we do on a lot of our Jeeps, I'll show you this guy over here, is we do a full Kevlar package, which is a very durable, true 2-part Kevlar material that we do. And we usually do it on our TJs. If you look at our videos on YouTube, we have hundreds of TJs on there. We figured that Kevlar would be, it wouldn't look original, it wouldn't look factory, and our goal was just to make this a beautiful Jeep. So instead of doing the Kevlar on the flares, and since the plastic on these flares fade because they're not treated from the factory, we stripped down everything, and I'm going to show you what components that we did. First, I'll show you what we did, and then I'll show you how we did it. So the entire front bumper, the bumper pads, the fog light housing, the fender flares, the side trim, the rear flares, the rear bumper, and of course same thing on this side. I mean, look how nice that is, beautiful. But we went ahead and sanded it all down completely. We primed it all with 2K automotive primer, and then we painted it with a black paint. And this is all automotive grade stuff. So your end result is something that's not going to fade. There was a ton of prep work done right, and it just gives it that nice clean look, because, you know, as beautiful as this truck is, if your fender flares and everything are starting to fade to a grayish white, it takes away from the whole look of the Jeep. So A lot of time went into that, and the end result is beautiful. So what you're seeing on these flares, there's no armor all, there's no tire shine, there's nothing to make it pop. That's just the paint that we put on there, but there was a lot of work put into the prep work. So like I said, even though, you know, we get these vehicles in great condition, we do everything that we can do to make them that much nicer. Inside of the Jeep is in beautiful condition as well. Like I said, 4-wheel drive, 6-speed truck. Here's an inspection sheet that we do on all of our vehicles. Let me take it out and just to show you, when we inspected this vehicle, the only thing that we found, the front windshield had a crack in it, so we put a brand new windshield in it. Usually on these TJs, these boxes are filled in yellow and red, which needs attention or needs immediate requirement. This thing was perfect all the way down. We changed the engine oil, did some fluids and all that sort of stuff, but everything on this Jeep was in just superb condition. Mechanically, cosmetically, everything. So go ahead and make my way over to the door and open it up and take this thing on a quick test drive for you guys. There's a Blue Altitude that we just built. There's the H2 that we've been working on. We do a lot of FJs as well. Do want to point out too, you got your 2 keys, 2 remotes. How often do you see that? 27,000 miles on a TJ. Jeep will come with a full tank of gas as well. We just left our 30,000 square foot shop where we work on these Jeeps, rebuild them, restore them. We go through these things top to bottom and you know, really try to put out a top-notch product. So we deal with so many of these, we know what to look for, so rest assured that you're buying an absolutely beautiful Jeep. Suspension, everything is very tight. Obviously all new bushings, all that good stuff. We just left the front of our building, making our way. That's the back road to our building right there. And this on the other side of the fence is the runway to Richmond International Airport. We have a great location. There's UPS loading up for the day. There's a US Airways flight over there getting ready to take off. So obviously if you want to fly in, we will be more than happy to pick you up from the airport. We also ship out about 30 vehicles a month all over the country. So we'll be more than happy to assist you in shipping, handling all the logistics for you. Clutch is perfect in this thing. Engine is very quiet. 4th gear. Vehicle will come with a full tank of gas, a 4-wheel professional alignment with all the digital readouts for you to see the before and after. Like I showed you guys earlier, this thing has every component to the suspension has been upgraded and is brand new, as well as the steering components. So no shortcuts. We could have easily lifted this Jeep so cosmetically it has the same height for 1/10 of the cost less, but without the right way to do it. Go ahead and come to a U-turn. I'm going to go ahead and do a full U-turn right here. go ahead and hop out real quick and do another quick walk around outside in the natural light. So there you guys go. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to contact us directly at 202-491-9929. Thank you.